I love vintage style tall skinny junk journals. I made this one last year, and it's with fabric. So I love fabric, and I have all this fun laces and crochet stuff, in my stash. And I wanted to do another one, and it's been on the back burner. But I have been watching 507 Willow House Journals, and she's doing the 100-day project, and she's doing junk journals. And she's got the most gorgeous fabrics and the most gorgeous papers. Now, a lot of her papers are real, authentic. She uses a lot of digital, but she does have some real papers. I don't have any real papers. I say that all the time, meaning I don't have original music papers, and I don't have original ledger papers and stuff like that. So it prompted me to, if you want to make a new tall skinny junk journal, Diane, you need to get some papers. So of course I sat there and I made 2 new kits, if you're like me. So the first one that I did was vintage wallpapers, okay? And I went online and I went to the public domain and I found all these gorgeous original vintage wallpaper papers, okay? And so I put them in this kit. Now, the first thing that I want to show you is difference in printing, okay? Now, look at this graphic. I mean, it is, there we go. It is old, so it's not clearly defined, it's not bright, it's not vibrant. That's all okay. And when you have a digital that looks like that real old vintage stuff, look at this. You can actually just print this. This is 24-pound regular old cheapo copy paper. And I wanted to test to see, should I print it on my matte photo paper? So here's the matte photo paper, and here's the 20-pound copy paper. And look, yeah, this is nice, but is it worth spending all that extra ink and that extra paper? No, because it actually came out really good on 20 pounds. So this entire kit, which I have 20 pages, I printed on 20-pound copy paper. And then what I did was I went back, I ran it back through, and I printed some backgrounds that are in this kit, this next kit. And so I printed all the backgrounds. So I don't have to sit and coffee dye any of them, right? I've already got them done. So let me show you real quick what these gorgeous graphics look like. So here's some yellow and pink. There's some small yellow. Look at this gorgeous design. Can you imagine being in a room with this giant design? Here's some pretty, like, limey. No, it's not lime green. It's just a pretty green. There's some gold. And then I found this gorgeous picture, and I thought this would be so much fun to cut this out and use it as a piece of ephemera on it. Here's some more yellow. This actually matches the first 2 pages, coordinates, let's say. Look at this one. Isn't that fun? And then here's another piece of yellow, and then there was a border included, so I included that. Love this one. I can't wait to use that one. Isn't that pretty? And then here's another piece of that big design, and then here is another border with some birds. Just some beigey and pink, and a little bit of purple and green. And there's some more yellow, pinks, and golds. So, as you can see, I've got they look like I've coffee dyed them, or they're just old papers. So that's the first kit. And then the second one that I did was I went and found a ton of ledger backgrounds and music background papers, and put together this kit. And now again, I printed this on the 20-pound, just plain old copy paper, and it worked out really, really well. Now in this kit, I give you, I think, 10 backgrounds so that you can print that. Now for mine, it would go, I think you can say print double-sided, but it prints the next picture, which is not the way I have the file. So what I did was I printed the first focal point pages, and then I went back and just ran them through my printer. You have to do what works for your printer. I don't know what kind of printer you have, okay? But I just wanted to show you. So these are great. Now, that messed up. I don't know why. But that's okay. I can still use it. So here's some old 1897. Somebody's buying from a jeweler. It's a receipt. Here's some inquiry from France, right? Here's some Southern Railroad, one of their pages of, I guess, they used to take their notes. And then I found this great piece of vintage music paper that was a cover for it, right? What is there a date? 1898. Okay, and then just some blank, and then I've got lots of like tight word, book page type things. This is in French. Here's another really fun piece. There's another great piece in that gorgeous script. There's some more script. And you can see that I printed the script on the back of some of these. And then I did some music papers. Just some fun vintage looking music papers. Immortal, invisible, God only wise. That's from a hymnal. This is a really fun collage with the piano. More music. Different page of music. Another receipt. And another receipt. So isn't that just, those are just some luscious pages. Now, to me, these are what I call background pages, okay? I'm getting ready, as I said, I'm going to be making a new Tall Skinny fabric and paper junk journal. And the fabric that I'm going to use, I don't know if you're a Tim Holtz fan. I am. I have been for 20 years. I own most of everything he ever made. He came out with fabric last year, and it looked really nice, but I didn't bother getting it. Well, he just did a really long video about his fabric, and the trick with his fabric is when they sell out, there will be no more printing. So he designed, before he quit designing, 12 months of their color wave. Okay, so the first 4 are now out. And I got these fat quarters as a set they were on sale over at Simon Says Stamp. So I'll put the link in there if you're interested at all. But I thought I would show you these because these, I am going to probably make a couple journals, at least 4, right? So here's the red fabrics. I'm going to flip through these quick. But I mean, is this like the coolest thing? This is, like collage paper, right? But it's fabric. And then there's a piece of plain red, little printy flower. And then here's just like the ledger pages in color ink. Here's some fun, letter art, I guess. He has a set of stamps in every one of these patterns. And he has some maps. And then he has some tickets. And then just another background kind of print. So that's the red set. And so what I'm hoping to do is use these to make my cover and also to make some fabric tags and things like that. So that's the red set. And then the pink set, oh, they're so stunningly gorgeous. He is so creative. I don't know what we'll ever do because now that he's done designing, there's not going to be any more Tim Holtz stuff. Okay, so there's the collage pink one, right? How pretty is that? Oh, yeah. There's the stamps. There's the maps. Oh, yes, pink maps. And then look at this. He did like game board. Is that not cool? Here's the tickets, the pink tickets, plain pink. You get a plain color in each packet. And then here is like collage invoices and stuff like that. And then here's another one with some kind of an alphabet thing he's doing in each packet. Here's a background, which I just love. This is so pretty. And then another background. So there's the pink. So they're 10, these bundles are 10, and that's how he packaged them. There's 10 for each of the color waves, okay? So they come out every month. And so if you are interested, I'm just going to tell you, you better go buy it now because you're never going to get it again. There's a list on the video that he did on Tim Holtz. He had a link to the retailers who agreed to sign up to sell this. And a couple of the ones that I use, I clicked on them first. Like we have a local store in South Florida. And she had them listed, but she didn't have all the colors. And you had to buy a yard for $14, which I don't want a yard. I would never use a yard in a million years. I'm not making a quilt or something like that. So I had to go to like 3 or 4 places. So Simon Says Stamps is selling the bundles and they have them on sale if you buy them, okay? So here's butterflies. Here's the pretty yellow stuff. There's some more yellow collage. There's a background yellow. I love that grunge. And there's some more of like the game board pieces. Here's the tickets. Here's some background yellow, background flowers. and then there's the stamps, and then there's the map. And the map came out so pretty. He just did like light blue and yellow. So that's just gorgeous. So as you can probably tell, I made some of these vintage wallpapers, especially for that yellow kit. When I showed you like this one, I'm going to use this one. And then there was a couple other. And to be honest, I created them so that I would have paper to go with this fabric. But then you get to benefit because I made it and you can use it. I mean, you can use these over and over again, right? That's the thing I tell you about, digitals, right? Okay, and those two. So see these really pretty pinky yellow papers out of my kit. Don't you just see them all together? Isn't that going to be gorgeous? And it can go with the pink too. So I had fun pulling these pages together. Okay, and then the last one was orange that's out. So I have 4. 4 from 12 is 8, so there's 8 more. Okay, he did mushrooms. I am not really a mushroom person, but I can see it in little bits, in an orange kit. Why do I have these upside down? There we go. And then he did stuff flowers, but they're kind of like botanicals with numbers and stuff. I really like that. And then here's his collage pieces. So they're a toned down gold with some, yellows and greens. There's his maps. Here's the pretty flower background. There's the plain orangey gold, which I really like that. And the colors together, just stunning. Here's another background. There's the stamps. There's the the collage, and there's the tickets. So I just wanted to show you what I got, give you the hint about these 2 kits of mine. On every other kit, I tell you to print on nap photo paper. These 2 kits, I'm just telling you, you don't have to do that. They come out really good on the 20-pound inexpensive paper. So stay tuned, because you're going to start seeing some really fun video series of me using fabric to cover the fabric on the covers of lots of different types of vintagey journals that I want to make. I have so much lace and vintage style trim. I got to use it up.